It's math. Alright, so we've been dealing with statistical data for a while, so we're going to start today with looking at data when it's not in a list, when it's in some sort of graphic or chart or graph or something like that. So we're going to start today with an old familiar line plots. So go ahead and label your next page with this. And after you have done that, you can unpause, close your notebook, and concentrate with me. So as I've said, we spent the last week and a half becoming experts at looking at data in a list like this, like asking a statistical question and then looking at the data like this. So this is like in the 2010 Olympics, the 20 countries that won the most Olympics. This is how many they won, those 20 countries. So I get the hiccups. So we got that. So I'm going to show you the same data presented another way. So check it out. This is the exact same information that was in that list. I didn't want to give you long enough to kind of really look at it in the list. This is, if you remember from 4th grade and probably 3rd grade, and probably they teach this like every year. Confession, I get really bored of teaching about line plots. But this is called a line plot. I believe some people might call it a dot plot once in a while, because sometimes these are dots instead of X's. I'm usually going to call it a line plot, but if you hear dot plot, don't worry about it. And if you don't remember how these work, you make a number line, and this number line goes from 0 to 14 because the country that won the most won 14. And this means like one country won 14 gold medals because there's one X above 14. No countries won 13, no countries won 12, no countries won 11. One country won 10. 2 countries won 9 gold medals. None won 8, none won 7. 2 won 6. 4 got 1. And that's what, so each of these X's above that number means one country got that number. And just in case you remember how those work. So, as boring as these are to learn about in like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, they're actually really helpful in statistics, because check it out. If I want to calculate our good old measures of central tendency, mean, median, and mode, and our measure of variation, or measure of spread, called range, it's actually pretty easy to do with this, because check it out. Like, let's start with range. Look how easy it is to tell the range on the dot plot. You can tell that the lowest number was 0, and you can tell that the highest number was 14. So it's really easy to look at this and say there was a range of 14, because it's, the highest minus the lowest. Or there was a range from 0 to 14. You can do that super easy because the data is already in order. This is going to be the lowest, this is going to be the highest. So the range is super easy to find from a line plot. The mode is also super easy to find in the line plot because you've just got to see which one has the tallest sort of stack right here. So the median number of gold medals in the top 20 was 1. And I can see that very easily because it has the most, excuse me, has the most X's above it. And you can just see that it's the tallest. So that's really nice. So the mode's, I'm sorry, that's the mode, not the median. So the mode's really, really easy to find from a dot plot, or a line plot. And the median's not too bad either. Because look, I already told you how many were here. I told you there's 20 of them up here. And they're in order from least to greatest, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So they're already in order, so I really just have to find, if I know there's 20, that means the median's going to be between the 10th and 11th one. Whatever's halfway between number 10 and 11, since there's 20. So I just have to find where that is. And just see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, and this is 11. So the 10th one is a 3, the 11th one is a 4, so I know the median is 3.5. So really, the median, the mode, and the range are very easy to find from a line plot. So they're a very convenient way to display your data because you can find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range very easy. The mean is not any harder or any easier than it ever was. I wish I could tell you that there was some like trick to see the mean here, but there's not. All you can do is get your calculator and add it up. 0 plus 0 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 2, 4, 6 plus 3 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 18 plus 10 plus 14 and divide by 20. That's all you can do. There's no faster way to do it from a line plot than just if they were in a list. So there you go. So that's what a line plot is, and that's how you find the measures of central tendency and the measure of spread that we learned from one. So open up your math notebook and let's do one together. All right. This is, people were asked the number of hours they exercise per week. And here is their line plot. You may want to pause now and draw the line plot. And unpause after. I'll actually write down, I'm going to ask you to calculate 5 things from this. If you want to write those down also, you may do that. And you actually can just figure these all out and then unpause if you want, or you can do it with me. Here's the questions I'm going to ask you. First of all, how many people answered the question? Then the other ones are going to be familiar. What was the median, mode, range, and mean? All right. So I want to calculate those 4 things, but I also want to just make sure we go over how many people answered the question. So if you want to unpause after you do all these, you can, or if you want to just draw it and work it out with me, that's fine. All right, so just in case it's not obvious, the number of people that answered the question, each dot is 1 person. Each dot equals 1 person, just in case that's not totally obvious, if you're not as familiar with line plots. So in this case, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there are 15 dots. So there are 15 people. So that's one question you often get asked, is just like how many people participated. So there are 15 people answered the question. All right. The median, so if there were 15, let's see, that means if I find the 8th one, I think there will be 7 on this side and 7 on this side, right? 7 is 14, and 8 would be like the 15th one. So I'm looking for the 8th data point. So I'll look for the 8th data point, since there are 15. So that would be 1 in order. They're already in order least to greatest, so that's super nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 8th person is right there, and they are 5 hours. So the median is 5 hours. Half the people exercise 5 or more hours. Half exercise 5 or fewer hours. Okay. The mode is probably the easiest thing of all, because all you have to do is look for the tallest stack. And that's right there. So the mode is the tallest stack, and that is also 5 hours. So more people exercise 5 hours than any other number of hours that were asked. Range is also easy. You just look at the lowest and the highest data points. So the range is 9. There's a range of 9 hours, or 0 to 9 hours, however you want to put that. The range technically is this number. There's a range of 9 hours, but often I think it makes sense to kind of say or think about it like that. The range is from 0 to 9. And last but not least, the mean. There's no shortcut on the mean. I wish there was, but there's not. You have to just calculate as usual. So I will do that, and you can do that. So 0 plus 3 plus 4, 8, 12, 16. Sometimes I like to do all those at once just to save me some time. Plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Plus 6, 18, no, 6, 12, 18. Plus 9. So altogether they exercised 71 hours, and we already calculated that there were 15 people. So the average is right at 4, I'll round it to 4 7/10. Or I can do that. I can do 7.33, whatever. So a little less than 5 is the mean. That's it. That's a line plot, and that's how you calculate statistics from your line plot. Hope that was easy for you. If not, go back, watch these other two again. When you have your example written down and all that, you're all set. I'll see you tomorrow.